workbook can follow along. Just kidding. Nobody has the workbook. But if you want the workbook, get in contact with me and I'll sell it to you.
49?
Page 49. Yeah.
Yes.
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 And there we go. We're on. We're ready to go.
Cadê o áudio? Não tem o áudio aqui.
There's,
Ah,
for 49, there's no audio? Or 48?
49.
Oh,
Oxi.
there's a lot to read about 48. That's good. Yeah, 49 has the audio. It's on page 64.
64.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. To try to see if something tastes good. Good.
Good.
Good. Falei certo na primeira.
Yes.
Have you tried that new recipe? Recipe?
Recipe. Yeah, it's really weird.
Recipe.
It's one of the, no, recipe.
Recipe.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Because we talk about all the time how we don't pronounce the E, right? We always talk about we don't pronounce the E at the end. Stop pronouncing the E at the end. And then on this one, guess what? You
Recipe.
pronounce the E on the end. Recipe.
Recipe. Have you tried that new recipe? I made a cake. Try it and tell me if you like it. Você tem tentado uma nova receita? Eu fiz um bolo. Tente isso e
Yeah,
me
so
fale se você gostou.
yeah, remember we talked about the other meaning of try, that when it's food, and so there's try like making food, like the first sentence,
Ah,
but there's try, what's the
provar.
provar, yeah. So when you try to taste something, then
Hum,
that's why when I came to Brazil, I was always like, "Oh, essa comida parece bem gostosa. Posso tentar essa comida?" I
ah,
always
faz
because I always
sentido.
translated try as provar instead of
Uhum,
provar. I always said
ok.
tentar.
Se eu fosse falar, por exemplo, você deveria, should try,
You should try. Yeah,
you
very
should
good.
try.
Uh
Ok.
huh.
Sugar versus
Versus.
versus
Yep.
sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Sugar. There is too much sugar. Sugar or
Yeah.
sugar? Sugar.
Sugar.
Sugar. Okay, sugar.
So and remember, like I say, there are only two words that we use that have su that has the sound of sh, which are
Sugar.
sugar and
Sugar.
do you remember the other one? The other word?
No.
Sure.
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 I like sure. There is too much sugar in the juice.
And
I like
try it'll sound more natural if you actually use the contraction there's. There's too much sugar. There's too much sugar.
there's too much sugar. There's too much sugar in the juice. I'd like some coffee without sugar, please.
So our focus, remember, one of our points of emphasis are the Z sounds that are written as S. So for theirs, it's a Z sound because is has a
There's
Z sound. And
there
then without
is
sugar, please,
please
like a B.
please. Nossa, please.
Yeah, but I'm exaggerating. You're not going to say
Oh.
please, but but
There
it's a
is
short sound, but it's a Z sound and not the S.
there is too much sugar in the juice.
So you're gonna do the contraction. So there's too
There
much.
is, there is. É difícil
There's
fazer
too
o
much.
Z juntando.
Let's do this. Go say much.
Much,
Too much.
too much,
Is too much.
is too much,
Is too
is too
much.
much, is too much.
There's too much.
There is too much.
Yeah, so the only that's better. That's a lot better. But try to bring the there's as one.
There
There's
is,
too much.
there is too much. There
Okay.
is, there
It's still a
is,
little bit there is, but it's good. It's not great,
there,
but it's good.
there is too much. There
That's
is,
better. Yeah, that's better.
oh, there is too much sugar in the juice. I'd like some coffee without sugar, please. Please.
Boy, and now remember it's E like igreja, so please,
Please,
please.
please, please, please. Vai
Yeah,
sair. Esse Z,
again,
cara.
you're not gonna carry that, please. But it's short, but it's a Z. Please, please.
Please, please, please. Okay, sweet. Having a taste similar to that of sugar. Having a taste similar.
What does it taste?
É tipo, tried no passado?
Yeah, it's good guess, but no. So taste is so to taste is saborear and a taste é um sabor.
Ah, menino, faz sentido. Ok. A taste similar to that of sugar. All these apples are very sweet.
Guess what sound is at the end of apple in this sentence?
Apples.
Apples. And you know the interesting thing is that most of the time when we have those verbs that sorry, the nouns that are in the plural, most of the time that S is going to have a Z sound most of the time. So like apples and like cars, por ejemplo. You don't say cars. There are four cars. No, it's there are four cars. Oh,
Cars.
my daughter's watching. Hi, Louise. I love you. Sorry.
Um
That's my
surto.
daughter. That's my daughter, Louise. Oh, you can't see, can you? I'm seeing the people that are watching on Instagram, and my daughter just joined, and
Ah!
she lives in Portland, Oregon, in the
Ah,
U.S.
tá. Ok.
So
Do nada.
that's well, I saw her come in. I've never seen her watch and I think she left because now it's the number of people watching just went down, so she might have just left. Okay. Anyway, let's
Ah,
continue.
ok. All these apples are
Okay.
very sweet.
So what does this mean?
This é plural de
Doesn't
maçãs.
exist because it's these like cheese.
These. Oh my gosh. All these apples are very sweet. Very.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but yeah, good. You self-corrected. Very good.
I prefer salty snacks to sweet ones. I
And
prefer.
guess what the sound is at the end of one?
Oh, não, não é ones?
Ones.
Ones, esqueci do Z. Ones. E salty, what it is?
What is salt?
Sal,
Yeah, salty.
salgado.
Hey, look at you. Look at you following the logic.
Salgado. I prefer salty snacks to sweet ones.
Ones.
Ones. Tô com dúvida na frase. Eu prefiro snacks salgados.
Did
Too
you say
sweet.
snacks in Portuguese? I didn't know that.
Snacks é tipo bolacha,
Lanche.
biscoito,
Okay.
lanche.
I didn't know that they use that in Portuguese. That's news to me.
Snacks. É porque eu acostumei com o Paulo só ouve snacks na escola, ele fala em casa, aí a gente entendeu já. Aquelas muito
Oh,
americanas.
makes sense.
Mas enfim, eu prefiro snacks salgados. O sentido da frase seria tipo a snacks doces ou a doces,
Yes.
entendeu?
Yes. Yeah.
Mas too, por que too sweet? Pra
Very
mim
good
é doce
question.
demais aqui.
So what when
Não,
we
não, não,
say
não, não é.
oh
Esse too
oh
é
oh
com um
whoa, oh
só,
sorry.
ou,
Sorry.
ou
Sorry.
só. Não, é que é too sweet é com dois os. Aqui só tem um.
Right. Okay.
Então seria alguma coisa tipo, não sei.
Eu prefiro lanches salgados a.
Aham.
So in Portuguese we use the preposition a when we put the two things that we're talking about. And if I prefer one over the other, then I use a, right? Eu prefiro X a Y. So in Portuguese, that
Like,
a we use two.
like from to algum lugar. From
Right.
algum lugar to
Good.
algum lugar.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Uhum.
it's just the way that the prepositions are, we use that preposition. And that's the
Hmm,
preposition that we use with prefer.
nice. Ui.
But now tell me what this ones means. Because this is something that is not very common. Well, it's somewhat common, but it doesn't seem to make sense if you look at it from a
Ones is
Portuguese
like
standpoint.
esses ou esse. Alguma coisa assim. Tipo, this
Yeah,
one.
okay, sure.
uh,
Esses doces.
é,
Ou
do
algum,
que.
I would say even alguns. Alguns doces. This one or ones in this kind of context refers to whatever I talked about before. So this ones represents what in this sentence?
Salty snacks.
Exactly. So snacks in that case, right? Because sweet is actually the kind. The ones represent snacks, but I'm talking about sweet snacks instead of salty snacks. So ones literally represent snacks in this sentence. And we have
Hum,
that. So, for example, there are blue chairs and red chairs in the room, but
hum.
I prefer the blue ones. So, what does ones represent in that sentence?
Cheers.
Chairs, exactly. So, we do that often so that we don't have to be redundant. We don't have to repeat. Because if I say there are blue chairs and red chairs, I prefer the blue chairs, then it's redundant. I'm repeating chairs. I've said it 3 times now. So it's a way that we can represent that without being redundant.
Gostei. Um, sweets as noun.
Is what?
Sweets. Noun.
Let me double check here. Oh, as.
Yes.
Sweets as a noun instead of is noun.
Uhum.
Okay.
Eu falei isso?
Yeah, that's
Ah,
what I heard, but
ah.
I could have a hearing problem today. That's not completely unheard of.
Sweets as noun. Sweets used much more in British English. British English. You shouldn't eat a lot of sweets.
Uh-oh. Oh, you're back. Welcome back.
Opa, travou?
Yeah.
Foi uma ligação que eu recebi. Só um minutinho que eu vou avisar aqui que eu estou na aula. Ok, deixa eu ver a frase. You shouldn't eat a lot of sweets before dinner. Você não deveria comer muitos doces antes do jantar. Candy, um, Dessert.
Good.
Dessert.
Yeah, good.
Dessert. Used more in American English. Candy, chocolate bars, gum,
How do you say chocolat?
chocolate,
Chocolate, yeah.
chocolate. Dessert. After dinner.
So there's a kind of a division there between what we consider dessert in American English and what we consider candy, because dessert is the thing that we have after dinner
Mm-hmm.
that, and the way that I think the best test, we have Halloween coming up, right? Halloween on the 31st. And the kids go out and they knock on the doors and say trick or treat, and you give them candy.
Mm-hmm.
Would you give them a piece of cake or a piece of pie to put in their bag?
Piece, pedaço?
Uh-huh. So
Piece.
let's say Paulo is out and he's trick or treating. He's knocking on doors and saying trick or treat, and he has his bag, and
Mm-hmm.
people are giving him uh, stuff. So would people give him a piece of cake to
No.
put in his bag? Exactly. So candy is anything that you would put in your bag for Halloween. That's candy. So it could be gum, it could be suckers, it could be candy bars or
Gummies.
gummy is good, hard candy, any of those things where you use dessert, the term dessert you use more for things that you wouldn't give a kid, things that you would usually eat after dinner. So, like cake or pie, or there's also like what we call flan, which is pudding, right?
Flan.
Flan, yeah. It's not, at least where I'm from, flan isn't very common. The first time I had flan was when I came to Brazil. The first time in my life that I ever ate flan. And I ate it so
Pudding.
much because in the South, we had it almost every day for dessert after lunch, and I got really tired of it. But now I like it again. But it was a lot of flan every day.
I like so much
I
flan.
like.
So much.
What do you
No?
like?
Flan.
Yeah. So, but you don't have to say it again. But you can say I like.
Flan. So
I
much.
like it because again with the redundancy. If you say because
Ah,
we're already talking about flan, then I like it so much.
hum, é verdade.
Yes. True. True.
Bland. Blah. Blah?
Yeah.
Ou é
Blah.
blé?
Blah.
Blah. Blah.
Yeah, in English, anytime you have AH, like when, you know how sometimes when I send you a message and you're like HMMMMMMM, or
Ah,
HUMMMMMM is in Portuguese.
uhum.
We usually put AH, like ah. So anytime you have AH, then it's gonna, not anytime, but like in a short word, if you have AH, it's gonna be ah, like blah.
Blah. E é a mesma coisa que blend?
Yeah, yeah, it's the same thing as bland. Bland is a little bit more technical, and blah is much more informal.
Much more. Kind of tasteless. Tasteless.
Tasteless.
Tasteless. É tipo de pedaços?
What is taste?
Ah, é sabor.
Sabor. So, and less, what do we usually use less for? For example,
Sabor.
what is, how do you say esperança? Do you remember?
Hopeless.
Okay, so hope is esperança. Now, how do you say sem esperança?
Hopeless?
Hopeless. So
Hopeless.
hopeful is esperançoso, but esperança is hope. Sem esperança is hopeless. What? How do you say uh, sapato? Oh, you should know it.
Shoe.
Yeah. Shoe. How do you say
Shoes.
sem sapato?
Não sei. Chutes?
Shoeless. And do you see the pattern? Do you see the
Shoeless.
pattern? Hopeless, shoeless. What's another one? Yeah, those are, of course, they're the only ones that are coming to
Shoeless.
mind at the moment. But
Nossa.
shoeless, hopeless, um, careless. When a pessoa está agindo sem cuidado, we say they're careless because care is cuidado, cuidados.
Hum, meu Deus. Então, é. Mas aí não. Oxi.
So tasteless would be what? If taste is sabor and less means none, then it means sem sabor.
Tipos de sem sabores?
Não tipos. It means kind
Meio
of.
sem sabor.
Meio
Meio.
sem sabor, right? Kind of.
Caramba.
Kind of, sort of. Exactly.
Sim.
É meio sem sabor.
Nossa, meu
Ou com
Deus.
pouco sabor.
É bom que o blá é tipo blá. Sem sabor.
Blá.
Encaixou certinho. Oh my God. The pie was bland.
And you have to be careful with the pronunciation because do you know what blend means?
No.
Blend is misturar. Like a blender is liquid. Como é que é? I always say liquidificador. Eu criei uma palavra. Liquidificador, is that what it is?
Liquidificador.
Yeah, liquidificador. That's the right one? I don't know what I used to say. I used to add an extra syllable. I don't know what it is. But anyway, liquidificador is blender. So to
Okay.
blend is misturar. So you have to be careful because if you say the pie was blend, then that's misturado, blended. So bland, it has to be that like apple that comes from the back of your throat. Bland and not blend.
Bland.
Yeah.
Chocante.
How do you say that in
Spicy.
English? You're getting some bad habits. How do you say that in English?
Chocante?
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
That works. Shocking is chocante.
Shocking.
But I
Spicy.
will accept I'm shocked. I will accept that. That's fun.
I'm shocked is mine. Spicy. Having a strong and hot flavor.
Like der.
Flavor.
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 Good.
Hot flavor. Strong and hot flavor. E flavor? Eu sei o que é, mas eu não lembro.
Flavor is also sabor.
Ah, tá me confundindo.
No, I'm adding to your vocabulary. But be careful with the pronunciation of that third word. What's the third word there?
Strong.
Yeah, so remember at the end, you're going to swallow that sound. It's not going to be strong, it's going to be strong. It's going to disappear.
Strong.
Like,
Strong.
like going. You don't say going, it's going.
Strong.
Good.
Strong.
That's it. And every time that you have ONG, ANG, ING, it's going to be that. Like the example I like to use is how do you say cantar?
Sing.
Sing. How do you say canção?
Song.
Song. Mas reparou? Você fez de novo. Song. Song. Tem que engolir, do mesmo jeito de sing. E cantou no passado. Sang.
Sang.
Yep.
Sang.
And in all of those cases, you're not going to have any kind of sound coming out with the G. It's going to be sing and it's going to disappear. It's going to be song, same thing, disappears. The G, just you swallow the G. Sang, same thing.
Achei que tava fazendo certinho.
Well, in most cases, you are. When you do the INGs, you are. Like you never say going. You always say going. You always say it right.
É,
So in the gerund forms and in the present participle, you're saying them correctly. It's just these are new words that aren't all ing. Some of them ang and ong, and it's a little bit different.
okay, I get it. This taco is too spicy for me.
First word.
This,
Th- th- Yeah, so
this.
this is okay. That's an S at the end. Okay, that one's good. S like sapo. But the beginning was the problem. It's this, this.
This, this,
There you go. That's it.
this, this, this. Ai, Deus do céu, esse Z na minha língua não sai,
Só que não é
misericórdia.
Zé aqui. É isso que eu tô dizendo. É
Não,
S
não
de
é,
sapo.
mas
Oh,
é
okay.
tipo como se
Oh, okay.
fosse, tipo, this, entendeu? No final das
Oh,
contas,
no.
sai do mesmo lugar.
Oh, the TH. Please don't say that. That's. Oh.
This taco. This.
That's good.
Okay, this taco is too spicy for me.
And notice how perfectly you said spicy instead of eating the Y. You're really that S sound and then the Y, you're really pronouncing that well. Because before you used to say this taco is too spice for me. And you thought
Spicy.
yeah, you thought you were saying the Y, but now you're saying it perfectly. Spicy. Perfect.
Thank you. Acerto de 10 vezes.
No.
Ai, senhor. Bitter. Que isso?
Bitter.
Bitter. Better.
Now
Bitter.
better. Better é
Oh,
melhor. B.
it's
It
bitter.
is big. What does big mean?
Grande.
No, big é supermercado aqui perto. Aqui é big,
Big.
right? So big é I e não E. Now big. It's big. Big. And so it's the same sound here. Like big, we have bitter.
Bitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's the opposite
Good.
of sweet.
Very good. So what in Portuguese is the opposite of sweet?
A gente não tem uma posição.
Amargo?
Né? Não, amargo é outra coisa.
Não é o contrário de
Doce,
doce?
não. Seria salgado, se fosse muito ao contrário, mas é tipo, ou é doce ou não é. Pode ser que não tenha sabor, entendeu? Tipo o blah pode ser a
Não, é
posição tanto do
blá.
salgado quanto do
É
doce.
blá.
Blá. Mas vocês têm, né? Pelo visto.
Well, that was my idea. I have to check with ChatGPT on this. Because that was, to me, it seems that they're opposites, but I've been wrong before. Yes, in most contexts, bitter is considered the opposite of sweet, especially when describing taste. So yeah,
É.
one more time, my buddy ChatGPT, what my wife calls my girlfriend, ChatGPT, backed me up.
E em português, tem um contrário de doce?
Well, let's see, because I can ask. Did you know you can change right back and forth? I use both when I'm using ChatGPT. I go back and forth between English and Portuguese. I think it's because you guys like amargo. You like things that are amargo. It says, sim, em português amargo é considerado o contrário de doce, especialmente quando falamos de sabores. No
Estranho.
sentido literal, gosto, doce, sabor agradável associado ao açúcar, amargo, sabor mais áspero ou desagradável, presente em café puro, chocolate 70%, giló. What the hell is giló? Oh, giló is that plant, right? It's nasty.
Aham. Giló é amargo.
E no sentido figurado, emoções e experiências, uma lembrança doce e agradável, feliz, uma lembrança amarga, dolorosa, triste, de
Uhum,
arrependimento.
uhum.
Okay. But, the way that we use things, I've had things before that I didn't agree with. So, especially when you talk about things that are subjective like taste. Okay, continuing on.
Okay. Salty contains a lot of salt or tastes like it does.
Mm-hmm.
This
So,
bacon
first word.
contains.
Okay, so what we're going to start doing with words like this, where the natural thing for a Portuguese speaker to pronounce is con, right? But it's
Uhum.
actually contains, because the stress syllable is the
Contain.
second syllable. When we have com or con and the second syllable is the stress syllable, most often it's going to be the sound instead of like Portuguese.
Contains. A lot of
Contains.
contains.
Now contains.
Contains.
Fala
Foi?
k k
C.
tains.
C.
No.
Contains.
Follow my lead. Tains.
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 Con.
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 Tains.
Tains.
Contains.
Contains.
Oh, look at that. It's almost like I've done it before.
Contains.
Very good.
Contains.
But guess what the last sound is? It's a
Con-
Z. Contains.
Contains.
Good.
Contains.
Yeah. Just
Contains.
yeah, don't be like contains, but yeah, that's good.
Contains a lot of salt or tastes like it
What does
does.
that last part mean? Taste like it does.
Um, é, contains é tipo de conter.
Yeah, contém.
Contém muito sal ou sabores tipo isso.
Yeah, so maybe it doesn't have a lot of salt, but it tastes like it has a lot of salt. You know what I mean?
Uhum.
That
O
that
sabor.
yeah. So that's the idea here, is that even though it might not have what would be considered a lot of salt, maybe the salt is the strongest taste, and so we would still consider that salty.
Ok. This bacon is too salty for me. For me. Eu achei que salty já fosse alguma coisa demais.
And it's most of the time it's used as something that is too
Aí,
much.
too salty is muito salgado.
Yeah, exactly.
Não entendi.
Yeah, if for example, if there was something and somebody said try this and I ate it, and I would be, if I didn't think it was too salty, I would say it's kind of salty, which means, it's
Meio
not
muito
it's not
salgado.
yeah, it's not overwhelming, but
Uhum.
it's a little bit too much for me.
Who else is going to the classes? Who else is going to the class? Nobody else is going, just you and me. Means that we are the only ones going now.
What's the pronunciation of the first word? Very good with the E, but what's the last sound?
Means.
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 Means. Rapaz, esse
Yeah.
sai uma
No,
hora, viu?
well, and the thing is that you won't, most students don't realize how common it is, how often it is that that S is a Z. I don't know why we don't just change it to a Z, make the letter Z. I mean, so many times that this happens.
Mas eu passei pelo IEL, então eu
That's
consigo
true.
pegar esse
There you
S.
go. There you go. Baby steps.
Nobody else goes means that usually we're the only ones. Nobody else. Peraí. It's going to say nobody else. Ninguém mais.
Mm-hmm.
Ninguém mais. Certo. Satisfeito. Anything else, sir? No, thanks. I'm full.
Yeah, so notice we don't say satisfeito. We say estou
Uhum.
cheio, which I've heard some people have told me that in Portuguese it can be rude to say estou cheio.
Eu falaria I'm good. Tipo, tudo bem, obrigado.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's
in
okay.
Portuguese, would you say estou bem? Or would you say estou satisfeito?
Eu falo, se alguém pergunta mais alguma coisa, eu falo, não, tô bem, obrigado. Tipo,
Yeah.
tá tudo certo.
So what do you think about if Brazilians say estou cheio? Do you think that's rude? Like
Não,
in that case that you just had, like you're at a restaurant or something, and the waiter comes and asks if you'd like more of something, and you're like, no, obrigado, eu estou cheio.
não, eu só acho estou cheio menos,
Yeah,
entendeu?
yeah.
Menos requintado, sei lá.
Poluída. Eu falei poluída, mas eu queria
Com
dizer
menos
poluída.
requinte, menos
Yes,
requinte.
yes.
Mas
Menos elite.
é um negócio assim, só um tchan, entendeu?
Yeah, so I think it seems to me like you might use it with family, you know, in informal situations, but you wouldn't use it
Yes.
formally, like at a nice restaurant or something.
É. Não, eu quando falo, tipo, tô cheia, eu tô com a barriga estufada, ainda dou uma batida na barriga, assim, tô cheia, obrigada.
Yeah, até dá você
Geralmente,
arrota e
pra minha mãe, geralmente, pra minha mãe, na casa
yeah.
dela e tal. Mas enfim. I'm full is new for me.
Yes, that's what we use almost always.
A coffee and nothing else.
A what?
Nothing.
No, the first
And
uh
coffee.
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 Yeah, we've gotten past this one too. I think we need to go back.
A coffee and nothing else. Café e nada mais.
And technically with this nothing more, it's not incorrect. Just like I'm satisfied, I've never heard anybody say I'm satisfied, but uh nothing more is possible. It just sounds more formal. So I probably should change that even to
Uhum.
not be an X because it's possible, but nothing else is much more common in that situation.
Ok. By the way, it's like a propósito. A
Mm-hmm.
propósito
Yep.
used to change the subject. Subject. By the way, would you like some water? You have swimming class today. Anyway, what time is it? Ah, tem by the way. Anyway. Ah, peraí, mas anyway aqui tá no mesmo sentido de by the way, né? Tipo, a
Uh-huh.
propósito. E
Mm-hmm.
a gente pode usar anyway também pra, tipo, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, nesse
Anyway.
sentido, né?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Nice.
it depends kind of on what you mean.
Uhum.
Like, it's almost in that kind of situation where somebody says something that I don't know, like where you would say whatever. Like somebody says, like, you need to work harder or whatever. And you're like, oh, whatever. Right. But it would be like, anyway, but it gives the idea that you're about to say start another conversation. So it's just like, by the way, but you're right. It can be used as kind of a conjunction there where you're connecting what the person said. You're like going off in a different direction. So it's almost like a combination of by the way with whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's actually very good insight. I hadn't thought about that before.
To tell you the truth. Para falar a verdade, alguma coisa assim.
Mm-hmm.
Used to give your honest opinion. To tell you the truth, I couldn't hear a word he said. To tell you the truth, I like the cold.
And then the last word used to give your honest what?
Uh,
Used to give
qual?
your right under to tell you the truth.
You used to give your honest opinion.
And so here again, with that first letter of opinion not being the stressed one, it's going to be opinion.
Opinion. Opinion.
Opinion. Mm-hmm.
Opinion. To tell you the truth. The truth.
Truth. True.
Truth.
Yeah.
No, a truth.
No. Ooh,
A
like Uber.
truth. Truth. Tem nada de truth. É truth. Now that you mention it.
Mention.
Mention it. Mention. Now that you mention it. Something that makes you remember another thing. I hadn't.
I hadn't.
Throw. Throw.
What are the first two letters in that word?
I hadn't.
First two letters in the next word.
Throw.
What are
Choke.
what are the first two letters in that third word?
TH. TH.
Tiaga, good. And
TH.
what is the tiaga sound? Either or th. So
Dog.
okay, and then this is one of those cases where the gh is silent. Thought.
Nossa.
Yeah. And this is because of Old English. In Old English, GH was always an F sound. So 500, 1,000 years ago, they said thoft.
Dog.
But now, over the years, that GH, the F sound, has disappeared, but we still write it because we're dumb. We don't change pronunciations like that. So what used to be I hadn't thought about it is now I hadn't thought about it.
Thought.
Thought.
Thought. Nossa, meu Deus, pra que tantas letras pra falar só duas?
Because of Old English. Old English was like it's because it has German roots. Have you ever seen German? Like how they write German,
Uhum,
Allemand?
uhum.
And so Old English has Germanic roots. And so that's why it's more like German. Old English is more like German than it is like modern English.
Thought.
Well, no,
Vou...
it's a T. It's a T at the end. So thought.
Thought.
Yeah.
É com T no final?
Yeah.
Tipo um Tzinho, né? Thought.
Exactly. Até pode enterrar. Thought.
Thought.
Yep.
Thought.
And that causes
Ok.
confusion too because it looks like the end of the word has th, but it doesn't have th. So sometimes students try and say thoth, but it's not because it's not th at the end.
Thought. I hadn't thought about it. But now that you mention it, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Eu vejo que você significa.
Yeah, what are the meanings of mean? Significar is one. We
Uhum,
use that a lot when I ask you, what does that mean?
uhum.
But the the other verb meaning is quer dizer. So I
Hum,
can say, so for example, the example I like to use is if, for example, someone says, you look nice today. And I'm like, what do you mean? O que você quer
hum.
dizer? Quer dizer que nos outros dias, right?
Não,
So, aí o que você
tem
quer dizer?
problema essa
What do you
pessoa, né?
mean? Yeah.
Precisa de um terapeuta.
Hater. So, so then you've got o que significa and o que quer dizer. So those are the two verb meanings. And then we also have malvado or malvada is also mean as an adjective. She's mean, ela é malvada.
I hadn't thought about it, tipo, about it. É,
What is I hadn't
eu não falei sobre isso.
what verb does thought? Thought is the past tense of what verb?
É, truth?
No, I need you to think about this.
Não sei.
I need you to think about this. To think.
Achar? O que você
To
acha?
think is the verb for thought. Thought is the past tense of think.
Hum,
So when if I say I think about it a lot, what does I think about it a lot mean?
pensei muito sobre isso.
Not if it's I think. I think about is eu penso muito nisso.
Uhum,
Now, I thought about it,
pensei.
pensei. What about I hadn't thought about it?
Tenho pensado.
I hadn't. What is hadn't?
Não tenho pensado.
Não
Pensei.
tinha. Não tinha
Não tinha
pensado
pensado.
nisso. Ou literalmente sobre isso. Ou sobre ele ou ela.
Não tinha pensado sobre isso. Mas, agora que você mencionou, eu vejo o que você quer dizer.
Uhum. And eu vejo, right? We don't usually use for entendo, right? I see, eu entendo, eu
Hum,
peguei o que você está.
ou eu enxergo o que você quer dizer
Yeah.
também. Eu
Do you use that in
entendo.
Portuguese? Eu enxergo para eu
Aham,
entendo. Ok.
tipo, você não tá enxergando isso, entendeu? Você não tá vendo o que tá acontecendo. A gente usa.
Ok. Good stuff.
Aula de português e aula de inglês ao mesmo
Right?
tempo.
It's international relations.
Uhum. After someone has thanked you, you're welcome. Thanks for your help. Don't mention it.
Mention.
Don't mention it.
Yep. So that's another way to say you're welcome.
Mhm.
It's
You're
a
welcome.
I think it sounds to me a little bit more formal, but you can hear it. It's not
Mhm.
uncommon.
Okay. To not speak about it, about something. Don't mention it to him. You'll break,
Break. Good.
break.
Break. Yep.
You'll break his heart. Você quebrará o coração dele.
Right. Nice. It's poetic.
Yes. Não fale isso pra ele. Meu Deus. Ah,
Yes, I
antes da
have a.
gente finalizar a aula, é hungry ou hangry?
Okay, very good question. They're both exist because we have what ends up happening is that there are there used to be just hungry. Hungry is com fome. But
Uh-huh.
how do you say com raiva?
Angry.
Angry, yeah. So we have mad and we have angry. Mad is probably bravo, and angry gives a stronger idea. So we have angry, which is when you're mad, and we have hungry when you want to eat. And then they came together. They became hangry, which means that you're angry because you're hungry. So there's this new word that is hangry, and I don't know how long it's been in existence, but I know that Snickers in the United States, Snickers had a whole campaign. I think they might still have it, a marketing campaign based on people being hangry. And so that's what it is. So if you want to say estou com fome, you're going to use hungry. Hungry is always estar com fome, where hangry is está com raiva porque está com fome. É a junção de hungry com angry.
Tá, entendi. Mas é
Obkebe?
hungry. Hungry.
Ha para dizer estou com fome.
Tá, hungry. I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Okay.
All right. That's it for
Thank you,
today. Thank you,
teacher.
everybody. Good class. We'll finish this part up and then probably start the audio on Thursday. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Until next time, keep studying and don't give up.